Hey everybody, it's Mr. Green here. I just want to give you a quick 5-minute update about some quarter four things and some information about e-learning or distance learning for this portion of the school year. The first thing I want to mention is that while it's only been 2 weeks since I've seen you all, it's really felt like an eternity. And I miss you all dearly, and it really pains me that we can't be in the classroom for the next couple weeks. But either way, we're going to make lemonade out of lemons and make stuff happen. So hopefully, you all have been able to explore some things that make you happy, do some things that give you a release, do some things that are fun, spend time with family and things like that, and this period of isolation and quarantining isn't too painful for any of you. So one thing I want to mention is that the stuff that we do know for e-learning is that at a minimum we'll be doing this for the next about 4.5 weeks until the beginning of May. This could possibly be something that we do the rest of the school year. However, right now nothing is concrete or set in stone. But what I do want to reassure you is that your staff members, all of your teachers and administration are prepared to do this for however long we need to. And we're ready to, take the bull by the horns and do whatever we have to make you all feel successful and comfortable with how the school year goes. Obviously, things aren't ideal with, seniors, for example, not getting to do a number of things. And for me, as a first-year teacher at Watertown, I want to be able to do everything I possibly can with you all and have a nice, full, healthy first year and things like that. And so we're all in the same boat. So I guess we can all be assured that we're all in this together, and either way, we're going to get through it. So some things about quarter four is that a couple updates or changes is that for me personally, with all the classes that I teach, so 8th grade band, 9th grade band, and symphonic band 10 through 12, is that all communication now will be on Schoology. In the past, I've sent a lot of emails with information and things like that, and there were some things that we would do during class that I would post on Schoology. Now everything is going to be all on Schoology. That's going to make it a lot easier for, as long as everything's in the same place for you all to have things get done, and have stuff easily accessible and things like that. So some consistent things is that every single week on Monday by 8 a.m. you'll have the week's worth of information and assignments posted, and then you'll be able to know day by day what do I have to do. The expectation for you all is that you're working from basically 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. on school-related things. None of your classes are going to have any specific things that you'll be having to do during certain classes. However, there are some caveats to that, like for example with certain meetings that you'll have for certain classes or lessons or things like that. Those will happen at specific times. So other than that, things that you'll have to do for band class can be done at any point throughout the day. If you go to your Schoology page, you'll notice that I have it sectioned out by week. So week 1 all the way through 9, which is the rest of the school year, just as a precautionary thing. If we have to do the rest of the school year, then it's all there and ready to go. One thing I want to talk about is for attendance. Your expectation is that you are checking in for each of your classes by 3 p.m. every single day. For my class, that attendance check-in will either be in the form of a Google form, a discussion post, or maybe a Schoology quiz or test. For me, it's usually going to be a Google form or discussion post that you'll respond to, and as long as you've responded to that, I know that you've kind of checked in for the day, and that's your attendance for that. And then so also Schoology updates will all be posted on there. So instead of an email from me, you'll have a little update where you can check and see information that I've sent you. So check-ins for week 1, I'm going to be checking in with everybody, or a set of students every single day, just to kind of check in to see how we've all been doing with things for the last 2 weeks, and asking you questions about, what do you need going forward, answer any questions or address any concerns that you might have. And then every single Friday, I would like to have a Zoom meeting for each class. So one for 8th grade, one for 9th grade, and one for 10 through 12, just to have kind of an open forum to talk about certain things. And then the last thing I want to talk about is just kind of some news, both good and bad. I'm just going to start with the bad news just to kind of rip off the Band-Aid. And so one bit of information that I got a couple weeks ago is that we will unfortunately not be having any concerts the rest of the school year, with all of the advising from the CDC in terms of groups meeting of certain sizes. We are unfortunately not able to do any concerts the rest of the school year. And so with that, there were obviously a number of pieces that we're going to do with each ensemble. And so what I've done for the weeks that we have left of school is I've had every single week kind of based around a piece that we were supposed to do for the May concert. And so, for example, week one, that one is going to be based around marches. So Symphonic Band was supposed to do Minnesota March for the May concert. And so marches are always very, very structured, and they have a very specific form. And so we'll be talking a lot about form. And this will be a good kind of chance for us to talk about some things that we don't typically get a chance to talk to during band class, like music theory related things, music history related things, and things like that. So it'll definitely stretch us in other ways musically as musicians. So. And then another thing is that one thing that I really, really want to do is, I don't know if any of you have ever heard of Eric Whitacre. He's mainly a choir composer, but also has written some band pieces that I'm sure some of you have played before. But he is famous for kind of a virtual choir thing that he did. And so I'm able to make click tracks, or kind of like a headphone in-ear thing where you can hear like the tempo and the subdivision to play along to a track, and then I can, if we do that recording, we can splice everything together and kind of make a virtual band piece. I'm sure you guys have seen maybe on YouTube certain content creators who play a bunch of different instruments and then splice it all together to make a full production. That's something that I definitely would like us to do, each ensemble for one piece for each band. So and then this week, one more thing I want to talk about with this check-in is quarter four lessons. So today through Friday, I'll be checking with each of you individually, one-on-one, just to talk about a variety of things. One of the things is quarter four lessons. Obviously, this is going to be working a little bit differently with it being virtually and online. So this is going to be a one-on-one thing instead of me and a couple other people. And so I'll be answering any questions or logistic things that you guys have in the meetings that I have with you all. So one thing I want to mention is that another way that I'll be in contact with you is Google Voice or Google Phone. So I have a phone number that is set up via Google, so if you need to call me for any reason, something urgent, or just for us to check in one-on-one, my number for that, I'll have this posted on Schoology as well, is area code 612-405-7554, and that's a way that you can contact me there, as well as on Schoology, of course. So that'll be something that I'm always checking every single day. And then for your parents as well, do know that I also have all of my contact information via email as well. So if any of your parents have gotten an email from me, you'll see that I have my my email in there and phone number and stuff like that. So alrighty. So and then one final thing is that I'll be doing these check-ins every now and again, and I've definitely shown photos of my cats to some of you all, but you haven't seen them in video. So I'm gonna scoop one of them really quick. I just disrupted his nap. So this is Fat Boy. I'm sure you'll be seeing a lot of him. But yeah, anyway, thanks for checking in, and look forward to the rest of the quarter. So take care, everybody.